Hi guys, welcome back to the Liberated Mommy YouTube channel. My name is Alexia, and today I wanted to talk to you about the uncertainty that comes with working from home on your own business. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and strategies and things to help you cope with this because this is a real issue. So one of the things that I did not expect is that whenever I was working my full-time job and I had my eBay business and my blogging business on the side, it was fine. If I didn't get to them, if I sold something or not, it was okay because I had my full-time income backing me up. What I was not expecting, I did not prepare myself mentally for it. This is why I want to share this with you today, is that I was not prepared for the feeling that happens when you are unsure where your money is coming from. So that feeling of almost like desperation, of fear, of the uncertainty of it, that's what people are talking about when they say that working from home isn't for everybody. And I feel like it's something that it's hard to explain, but I just want you to either know about this before you get started, or I'm with you on it if you're experiencing it now. So some of the things that I realize, and I want to share these because when this happens and you're coming from a place of fear, you can make really crazy decisions. So I just want to bring to light some of those things. So one is that you might feel like you need to start jumping ship from the business that you started and trying everything else. Maybe if I just did this other business over here, maybe even if you're selling on eBay and you're like, I could sell on Poshmark, right? And even though eBay and Poshmark are really related, and that's a whole different topic of whether you should, cross post or whatever, and I do that. I do cross post, but you have to realize that Poshmark is a totally different audience, a totally different beast. It's all about clothing. It's all about fashion. It's all about trends. It's all about sharing and liking and following. And when you do that and you're putting your effort in two different places, you are diluting the outcome. So that's the number one tip I'm going to say, is that you feel like you need to go onto all these different business ideas, but what's going to happen is you're not going to get any traction with anything, and you're going to basically be screwed all over, okay? And I'm saying this from experience because when I first started working from home, I was like, okay, I have eBay. I'm like, oh, let's add on Poshmark. And oh, look, I sell vintage items. Let's go try some Etsy. I'm already selling anyway, right? Why not put it in front of more eyeballs? And then I'm like, oh, well, I can do a blogging business because I love to teach and I love to help. And I was like, well, let me do that too. And then maybe I should sign up to be like a substitute teacher. And maybe I should do this other online thing where I teach kids in China how to speak English. And maybe I can also do freelancing. Maybe I have some science background. I have a PhD in biology. Maybe I can write for science stuff. As you can see, that gets kind of crazy. If you want to put everything you have into being a freelance writer, you could probably be a really great freelance writer, but if I'm putting in an hour a day and sort of kind of putting in some effort into freelancing, I'm probably not going to get very far. Same thing with eBay and Poshmark and Etsy. If you want to do Etsy, you need to go all out Etsy. You need to learn how to do their titles and their tags and the pictures and the types of things that sell on there. And that may feel totally different than what it's like to do Poshmark. Poshmark is very much social. It's very much about the trends and everything like that. eBay is all about, well, that's totally different. It's a totally different thing. But, eBay can be all about like vintage items, collectible items. You can do clothes, even though clothes are super saturated. You can do those things, but I hope you can see that it feels like you need to jump ship or you need to not put all your eggs in one basket. But I encourage you to take a step back, look at what you're focusing on, and figure out what makes the most sense. Now, you don't have to stick with the original business that you chose if that's not what you like anymore, but figure out one business that you can do and maybe pick one as a side hustle. So when you switch from working for full-time to working at home full-time, now that thing that used to be a side hustle is now your main business. And that's hard to understand, that needs to be your main job. So think about it. If you only put half of your effort into your full-time job, do you think you would perform as well? Do you think that you would get that pay raise you wanted? Do you think you could get promoted like you wanted? No, your performance would be down. So I'm not saying you need to work yourself to the bone, but it's like if you're going to have your main business, like for me it was eBay. if I need to put eBay as my main focus, your main income stream, whatever that is, focus on that, get that going, and then remember that the other things you want to try are going to be side hustles. So I would just encourage you to remember this quote, okay? You would not neglect your full-time job in order to work on a side hustle. A side hustle is something that you do on the side. So pick something that is going to be your one business venture, okay? Your one thing. If you're going to do Poshmark, go all out and be a Poshmark, amazing reseller. Buy all the clothes, all the fashion, and get the mannequins and go all out. You can make a full-time income on Poshmark. You can do the same thing on eBay. You can learn a certain niche. You can learn collectibles, antiques. You can go find these things and sell high dollar items, but you have to put all the effort into it. If you're halfway putting effort into everything, you're going to get nowhere on anything. So I just wanted to encourage you guys today that it is hard. FOMO is real. And the uncertainty of the money is something that I don't know if it ever goes away. I'm hoping it does. It hasn't for me. But I think that's the encouragement here, is that when you look at the numbers, if you look on Instagram, you'll see people talking about their eBay numbers, their Poshmark numbers. Bloggers make a ridiculous amount of money. And if you focus on something, it will work. If you're good at it, if you have any proof of concept that you're able to make this thing happen and that you're able to generate some money, then you know you can scale it. So with that, I hope you guys have a great Monday. Stay focused. Believe that it will work. What you focus on will work. And your side hustle is your side hustle. I'll catch you guys later, and I hope you have a great Monday.